Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm actually pretty excited because we're revisiting a phone that, for a lot of tech lovers, marked a really special moment in smartphone history, the iPhone 13 mini. Now, I know, it's 2025. We've seen folding phones, massive camera bumps, AI integration, and screens that stretch from your palm to your elbow. But despite all that, this tiny little phone still holds something special. It fits in your pocket without weighing you down. It's light, easy to hold, and just feels right, especially if you're tired of the current bigger is better trend. But this video isn't just about nostalgia. I've been using the iPhone 13 mini again here in 2025, testing its performance, camera, battery life, and how it handles iOS 18. I'll walk you through how the A15 Bionic chip holds up today, whether the battery is still a deal breaker, and if the small screen still makes sense in a world full of giant phones. We'll also talk about the trade-offs, because Apple had to make a few to keep this phone so small. But the real question is it still worth picking up in 2025? Whether you're buying secondhand or just curious about the last true compact flagship iPhone, this video's for you. Let's jump into it. Let's talk about the design, because with the iPhone 13 mini, it's not just about how it looks but how it feels. This compact size, it feels personal. Like a phone that was actually designed to fit into your life, not the other way around. You know that satisfying feeling when a phone slips into your pocket so effortlessly, you forget it's even there? That's exactly what the 13 mini gives you. It's incredibly comfortable to hold, and I can genuinely reach every corner of the screen with just my thumb. No hand gymnastics required. In a world dominated by oversized slabs, the 13 mini is a breath of fresh air. It's like Apple looked at the growing trend of massive phones and said, yeah, we're doing the opposite. And honestly, I love that. Visually, the design still holds up beautifully. The flat edges, the precision-cut aluminum, the glass back, it's pure classic Apple. It feels premium, sturdy, and refined, even by 2025 standards. When you hold it, you feel the quality. This is not a budget phone in a small body. It's a flagship in a compact frame. Now let's talk display. It's a 5.4-inch Super Retina XDR OLED, and it's genuinely stunning. The colors are vibrant, blacks are inky deep, and it gets plenty bright, even outdoors under harsh sunlight. Watching videos, scrolling through Instagram, replying to texts, it's a delightful, immersive experience despite the smaller screen. Now, yeah, let's address the elephant in the room. 60 Hz in 2025. I get it. We're seeing 120 Hz almost everywhere these days. Even some budget phones have it. And Apple? Still holding the line with 60 Hz on the Mini and even on the iPhone 16. Kinda wild, right? Would I love a 90 Hz or 120 Hz refresh rate here? Absolutely. It'd make things even smoother. But here's the thing. iOS is so well optimized that the 60 Hz display still feels incredibly fluid. Animations are buttery, transitions are seamless. You don't feel held back, unless you're used to high refresh rates already. For most people upgrading from older phones, you probably won't even notice. This smaller screen, paired with Apple's software polish, still makes for one of the best one-handed phone experiences out there. Let's talk performance, because even here in 2025, the iPhone 13 mini still holds its own. It's powered by Apple's A15 Bionic chip, the same processor used in the iPhone 14 series. That means it's still got serious horsepower under the hood. Day-to-day tasks? Super smooth. Browsing, texting, streaming, all effortless. I even ran some heavier games and did a bit of video editing during testing, and it handled them surprisingly well. Now yes, the 4 GB of RAM is starting to show its age just a bit. Apps are getting more demanding these days, and you might notice some background apps refreshing more often than on newer iPhones. But for casual use, social media, YouTube, light multitasking, it's still absolutely solid. As for battery life, let's be real. It was never this phone's strong suit. That compact size comes with a trade-off, a smaller battery. In 2025, with heavier usage, you'll likely need to top up at some point during the day. But it's not terrible. For light to moderate use, you can still get by, and MagSafe support really helps. The smaller battery also charges up quicker, which is a big win when you're short on time. Moving on to the cameras, the iPhone 13 mini brought some pretty meaningful upgrades over its predecessor, especially in low light. The new wide camera captures significantly more light, which translates into brighter, sharper photos and better low-light performance overall. Whether I was shooting in dim indoor lighting or during golden hour outside, the results were consistently impressive. The addition of sensor shift optical image stabilization, which was previously limited to the Pro models, helps keep your shot steady even if your hands aren't. One feature I still love using is photographic styles. You can personalize your images with different tones and contrast profiles without losing Apple's natural color science. And then there's cinematic mode, which is genuinely fun to play with. It gives your videos that pro-level depth of field effect and smooth focus transitions. Plus, you can adjust the focus and blur after recording, which is wild. And yes, it records in Dolby Vision HDR. Another underrated upgrade? The base storage doubled to 128 gigabytes, which gives you more space for all those high-quality shots and clips. Sure, compared to today's flagships, it lags a bit in extreme low light. But for everyday photography, the iPhone 13 mini still delivers. Let's talk software. The iPhone 13 mini is still going strong when it comes to updates. It's currently running iOS 18.2, and Apple's excellent track record with long-term support means you'll keep getting updates for a few more years. Now, one thing to point out, Apple Intelligence isn't supported on the 13 mini. It requires the A17 Pro chip and above, so it's only available on the iPhone 15 Pro and newer iPhone 16 models. That's a bit of a bummer, but not a total deal-breaker. You can still access similar AI features using third-party apps like ChatGPT or Gemini. On the connectivity front, it's got 5G, so you're future-proof there. But keep in mind, it still uses the Lightning port, while the latest iPhones have moved to USB-C. So, what are the downsides of sticking with or buying an iPhone 13 mini in 2025? Well, let's be real. The battery life is still a weak point, especially with today's heavier app usage and brighter displays. The 4 gigabytes of RAM is beginning to show its age, especially if you're a power user who juggles a lot of apps. The 60 Hz display, while smooth thanks to iOS optimization, doesn't have the fluidity of 120 Hz panels that have become standard across even mid-range phones. And of course, the lack of Apple Intelligence features might be disappointing for those wanting the latest AI tools baked right into their device. So, the big question, is the iPhone 13 mini worth it in 2025? Honestly, it depends on your priorities. If you value true one-handed usability, a premium design, solid everyday performance, and reliable cameras, then the 13 mini is still a fantastic option, especially now that it's much more affordable on the secondhand market. It offers a unique user experience that you just can't find in modern oversized flagships. But if you're someone who craves cutting-edge performance, extended battery life, or access to the latest AI integrations, then you might want to look toward a newer iPhone or one of the Pro models. So, what do you think? Are you still rocking an iPhone 13 mini in 2025? Planning to pick one up? Let me know in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my future tech adventures. Sometimes the best tech isn't about the latest. It's about what fits your life. And the iPhone 13 mini? It's a reminder that less can truly be more. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.